rockin' and rollin' and whatnot.
Oh.
Remember that from
No.
Grease? Rockin' and rollin' and whatnot.
Grease 2?
Grease 1, I think.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's Grease 2.
It must be,
For-
because
with
you
me,
like 2.
with me, it would be Grease 2.
Yeah, I was like, it sounds vaguely familiar, but if it was 1, I'd be like...
That sounds shit. Now I'm starting to question.
It might be... Oh,
No.
like, was she like, Danny, what have you been up to? And he's
Nope,
like,
Nope, wrong movie. Wrong movie entirely.
Okay.
The Outsiders.
That's fine.
Wow. I mean, we're like getting into network television seasons with 23 episodes. It's impressive.
They don't have... Nothing has 23 episodes anymore.
They don't?
I mean, I feel like
Network
everything's
does.
a limited series now.
No, network
like
has
8 episodes.
No, network
Really?
has at least 18.
They do?
Yeah.
I gotta get me one of them. I know, I had to.
No one's gone.
Listen,
until they're gone.
I was you all were coming over, and I ran to get something to wear on pants today. And you know how I go in Kim's closet, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear a Madison Clark fan T-shirt.
That's great. I thought it was Kenny Rogers.
I can honestly tell you, Kim would take Kenny Rogers as a compliment.
Thank goodness. It's no disrespect. It was.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, this was
I thought it was
the famous line.
I didn't know it was a famous line. I thought it was Kenny Rogers with a Jack Handy quote from Saturday Night Live.
No, this is Madison Clark before she waved the zombies away, and she said to her kids, "No one's gone until they're gone." And then she was supposedly dead for a couple of seasons, but she wasn't dead.
You're not dead if you don't see the death.
No one saw the body, and then she came back, and they would put like signs through the seasons, like no one's gone until they're gone, like on trees, or I don't know, like there were little signals like, is Madison alive? Anyway, I grabbed it out of the closet this morning.
No one's gone until they're gone.
Right. Is that how you would deliver the line?
No, it's how I envisioned Jack Handy saying the line from SNL.
Do it.
No one's gone until they're gone.
I don't think I know the character you're playing.
Jack Handy was like this little thing it was sort of this continual deep thoughts by Jack Handy. They would be these random nonsensical quotes that it said in like a very
earnest
sort of self-helpy kind of way.
Was he the guy who looked in the mirror?
No, you never saw his face. It was just a voiceover.
Oh.
And it was like a book. It was like Jack Handy, the Jack Handy.
Okay, I'll look it up.
It was like an ongoing bit for a period of time.
Right.
So it's sort of embedded into
the back of your mind.
Yeah. So that just made me think of it. Hi. What are we talking about today?
Okay, I got a question for you guys.
We have a question.
I have a question. This comes from an Instagram comment from AimB83. Can you talk about lesbian myths and stereotypes?
Yeah.
What are lesbian myths and there's tons of them.
Is there a list? Because I feel like I've fought this in myself where I'm like, I'm not a lesbian stereotype. You know what I mean? Not me. I think I step outside of it sometimes, and then there I am. I find myself just falling right into the trap of all of them.
I think everyone falls into them, but the question is, or what I think is, not everyone doesn't fall into all of them. We avoid some, and we fall right into the center of others.
I mean, I feel like I've done all of them.
Sure, but not all at once.
Well, it depends what they are. Like I can be like
what? Okay.
I don't know, like, you know, in a Jeep with my camping gear in the back and, you know, going on my way to Home Depot before I go to the, you know, just like where it's like.
Well, for one, you don't drive a Jeep.
No, I know. I'm saying I can be in it. I can just fall into like patterns of lesbian stereotypes, like in a row.
You brought up
one day.
Sure, you brought up camping. Perfect.
Okay.
Lesbians love camping. This lesbian does not like camping.
Okay.
You could not pay me to go camping. No. So I don't know. Like I would say that's one against me. I won't fall into that.
Oh yeah. Well, let's talk about you. Let's talk about
me. I'm just talking about like things. I just thought of camping because you said camping, and I thought, oh, perfect example.
Yeah.
Every lesbian loves to get their sleeping bag and their tent and their thing, and like we're gonna go camping.
Yeah.
No.
Have you been camping?
Nope.
Well, then how can you say you don't
Because
like
I know
it?
myself well enough to know. No. Do you like camping?
I can totally like camping. Yeah.
You can but you've
Yeah.
done it. You
I've
like
done it, and it's really, really fun.
Okay.
I mean, I do have to say, Jamie, I've only been camping with Jamie, and Jamie's an incredible camper. So
Mm-hmm.
I had like the luxury of being sort of taken care of in the camping department. If someone said, Leisha, you're going camping Friday, I'd panic with the idea of not knowing how to prep everything, because it's all about prep. Like if you pack the back of your car or truck or whatever you have with the proper stuff, your camping experience is a lot better.
I see.
So like, what are you going to cook with? First of all, what are you going to cook? And then you have to have like giant, what are they called? Not thermoses. What are they called?
Coolers.
Yeah. So you have giant coolers in the back with, say you're going to do like a fish and a potato and you can actually cook out there, but you have to have it all ready.
Right.
Probably prepped in a way.
Right.
Like seasoned in bags and the ice. And then you have to have all your drinks. What are you going to drink in? Your cups.
And this is
stuff.
fun?
Well, we're not there yet. We're not camping yet.
Oh, we're not camping.
And then
okay.
coffee, you have to have your coffee like, in how are you going to make it? What are you going to drink it in? And then you have obviously your tent. The level of comfort is important. Like, what are you sleeping on? What do you really, and then how big is your tent? Does your tent like have special things that can like fold down and zip up and zip down? You have, what else? What are you sitting on? You got to bring something to sit on. Anyway, do you bring a hammock to like sling?
Couldn't tell
you
you.
get there, and when all this is taken care of by Jamie, it's like glamping, and it's a blast. And then you're out in the middle of nowhere. It's a little cold. You're like,
Okay.
and then you make the meal.
So
and
then
you pick up and you make your tents, and it's really, 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 really fun.
Okay. Next time you do it, I want to hear about it when you get home.
I just gave my tent away, so I don't think I'll be doing it.
So then you fall in. So, but would you consider that a stereotype then?
A
Lesbians with
massive
camping?
lesbian stereotype would
Okay.
be camping. But
Okay.
yeah. And to drive up there, you'd probably take a 4-wheel car of some sort, which would be a Jeep or a Bronco or like, God knows, there's a million of them. But
Subaru.
The Subarus. All right. What are some stereotypes? Like, what else can we think of?
gosh, I mean, there's like haircuts. I
Okay.
think that's changed a lot.
Nails. That's changed.
Everybody has all. We talked about this already.
Yeah.
People have nails.
I know, I'm just
all
thinking of-
lengths. Oh, okay. But short nails. I've always had short nails.
I have too because I just don't have nails that look good with.
with long nails.
No,
I've tried
not
it.
even long nails, just colored nail. I just don't
Oh,
look good.
I love
short,
it. I'm just lazy, but I love having my nails painted. But the
but that's
length.
no longer a stereotype. Having
painted for sure.
no, but that's
length.
nail length is no longer a stereotype.
I know.
Like it's just like the landscape's changed.
The whole thing has changed.
I remember.
But then there's like people like us, and I think I have gay-looking hands.
Yeah, me too. Mia Kirshner has, I think, one of the best stereotypes that I've heard ever in my life, which is being seasonally challenged,
Yes, it's true.
wearing.
And we fought her on this for years. We're like, it's not true,
as we
Mia.
sat in our beanies,
And
in
she's
August.
like, okay, but it's 90 degrees outside, and you
Why
have
are you wearing a
combat
sweater?
boots and a sweater and a hat. You loved hat. You always had like a beanie, even on a hot day.
I'd love to have.
So she thinks we don't feel the weather or something. We don't feel the.
But there
We
is
don't
truth
change
to that.
for the seasons.
Right.
We're pretty consistent with like jeans, boots, hats, jackets. You're wearing a jacket right now inside.
Lesbians do like jackets.
Mm-hmm.
We like to have an array of coat options. I do fall into that one hardcore.
Shoes is a big stereotype.
True. But even that's changed because now, you don't like before it used to be you only wear Docs. And now, like that, our show changed that because that was the whole point. Lesbians can wear heels. Like there is no.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
My mind was
but
blown.
It's just, but that's just, I feel like fashion doesn't really fall into a category anymore with the.
Okay, you say that, but then like a group of us get together and everybody's got Birks on.
Is that a generational thing? Or
I don't know. That's what, maybe we still fall into stereotypes and maybe they don't exist anymore, but we still live in them. Because I'm telling you right now, I've been either at your house or my house and every single woman standing there has Birkenstocks on. With socks, usually. Socks or no socks. And then I've also had just boots, just pull-on boots. Everyone's got pull-on boots. Little like...
I think that was a trend, though, a pull-on boot. What do you mean a pull-on boot?
Like a boot that's like not too tall. It's like sort of near your ankle. Like everyone has those all the time.
They like ankle cowboy boots or the Beatle
Not cowboy boots, boots. Like boots.
Boots.
Like a boot. I'm boot scooting.
Boots.
Is that a Chelsea boot? I don't know what you call that. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of boot you're talking about.
I'm describing it like a round-toed boot.
How many times am I going to hear you say that word?
You keep making me describe it.
I don't understand.
It's a round-toed leather boot.
Yeah, there we go.
I think that's like a motorcycle boot, right?
Yeah, it's like a motorcycle
Oh, there we go.
boot.
You could have simplified. Okay, that. Okay, those are come up to about here. Yeah. Okay.
So I think it still happens. All right, Pants will be right back after these ads. Kate, I think most of our listeners are probably like us. At the end of the night, you just want to lay down somewhere comfy, catch up on your social media and just relax.
Yeah, of course. I just want to unwind, have one of my shows on with a cozy snack.
That's right. Yep, and another fun way to unwind are mobile games. Endless hours of phone and excitement. We have a sponsor, love2play.com, that offers just that.
And Love to Play is a platform where you can play anywhere and anytime. It's like having Vegas at your fingertips.
There's a huge variety of games, and you get to be online with fellow players. It's such an inclusive and supportive, fun environment. Who doesn't love a good reward either, right? Especially when you're playing a game. And there are exclusive bonuses and rewards every time you play.
So tonight, while you're unwinding, take a look at www.lovetoplay.com. Listeners of our show can get your first 50 spins for using promo code PANTS.
That's LOVE, the number 2, PLAY.com. Find excitement in every day with Love to Play.
There's a stereotype. Well, Anna put me on to this, so I'm not going to take credit for it, but I've never forgotten it. Stereotype where lesbians don't know where their waist are.
Yeah, she taught us that, and I didn't
It's a good
understand,
one.
and I'm like,
It's a good one.
fucking genius.
Stand up. Can we stand up?
Why don't you do it?
I need someone who doesn't know. I know it. I need someone who does not know it.
I know exactly what it is.
That's true. So normally the question is,
I'll just do it. No, you go.
No, you
Stand
do
up.
it.
You never get up. Get up.
why do I have to get up?
Because you should get up sometimes.
Why? Because it's good for my circulation, or here we go.
Okay, here it is. This is basically, your waist is up here at the skinniest
Right.
point of your body.
So Leisha, I'm going to ask you.
I know where my waist is.
Great.
It's up here. It's where it goes in the most.
But
like in a picture, like if you have like a
but if you ask,
red carpet and like somebody's like, this, or like this, right?
you're
Girls,
you're over.
Girls do this.
Yeah, overcomplicating it. So you ask a lesbian, "Where's your waist?" And 9 times out of 10, I've fallen guilty of this, and
You go to the
and I stopped doing it because I thought, no, this isn't a good look. We do this when in reality,
It's up here. It's way up here.
exactly. Thank you. And I thought that was such a clever. And Anna was like, "You can always spot a lesbian in a photo when they don't know where their waist is." And I thought, oh my God, I've fallen guilty of that.
Yep.
Thank you for pointing this out. I wish you pointed this out like 20
another
years
one
ago.
that Nia came up with was that lesbians like to eat at bars instead of a table at a restaurant. We prefer to eat at a bar. Like if someone gives us a choice, we're like, the bar's fine.
The bar's great. There's something casual about it.
Another thing I fought her on, and there we were, tons of times at bars.
I'll always
As a choice.
Always take a bar over a table.
You would prefer it?
I would always take sitting at the bar to a table. Always. My mom too. I mean, my mom is gay. But yeah, it's No, I'm kidding.
That's just a little aside.
Just a little aside. But truly, I would only sit at a bar if I have the choice.
Okay. So, by the way, you've had a lot of these already. You're like, I don't have a lot of them,
I don't like camping.
but you haven't done it. So I think it's always.
I don't want to do it.
Why say you don't like something if you haven't tried it?
Because I know myself, Leisha. Why do I have to go camping when I have a nice house? I don't have to do it. I can sleep in my own bed. I don't need to sleep in the leaves. That's just me. I'm not interested. I know. I'm not a camping gay.
Okay. What else is there?
Sports, soccer.
Soccer, yes. But I feel like every sport, gay women play every sport. So is that, but also straight women play sports. I would say it's more gay to be into the sport.
That's it. That's it. That's very important.
You know, like we love football. We love watching soccer. We love watching UFC. We love watching.
If you're a sporty gay, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a sporty gay. There are some.
And I think that's gayer than playing it.
It is gayer than playing it.
Unless it's softball. And I do think, but then you look at softball teams and they wear bows in their hair.
Softball. That's what it is. That's a good stereotype. Lesbians
But
are
people
all,
would fight us on that.
I'm sure they would. On our softball team, not everyone was gay either.
No, but most of us.
Most, but some of us weren't. Juicy wasn't. There were a couple that weren't.
Yeah.
We all went by nicknames on our softball team.
What else?
All lesbians know each other. But that's more of a straight,
That's not true anymore.
no, but for people who don't know any better, they think, oh, you two live in Los Angeles. Do you know Colleen so-and-so? And then it's because you happen to both be gay. Yeah, we must know each other.
Yes, or they want you to know each other because you're both gay. Like, oh, this just happened to me recently, like a month ago.
Really?
Like she just moved here and she's gay. And I was like,
right.
Yeah. Like it meant, but in this woman's eyes, she was like, and that means therefore you should be friends.
It's very much what parents do. Or aunts or relatives. Like they mean well. They don't mean anything by it. I had my aunt do it one time with me. You should meet so-and-so.
Yeah.
She's gay too. I'll get right on that. Can't wait. But like it's the assumption that, oh, well, naturally you must know each other. Or if you don't, you're going to love each other because you have this one thing in common.
Yeah. But I feel like the community is so big now, we can't all know each other. But I could see how that was a thing once.
But then I think about LA, and I think there's certain demographics or age groups where we do know a lot of the same people, and that you wouldn't.
You feel like you know all the gay. I don't know anybody
of a certain bracket of a certain age group here. I think I know quite a few. Not to say that I'm in constant contact with them or we're friends, but at the very least we're acquaintances. Whereas someone like Lily's age group, she's in her 20s, I would not know any of them if I fell over them because it's not my social demo.
But that's just that's who you
grew up with. And you would probably have the same thing here because you've been here even longer.
Yeah, but I feel like it still grew outside of that group. Like, sure, if we were at a party and I'd be like, oh, I know 20 people from, knowing them around LA for 30 years or something, right? Mm-hmm. But then they've met people and then all of a sudden the group is like, and I don't know everyone at the party anymore.
No, I always feel like there's there's always some sort of hate to bring up the chart, but we're all connected.
Hey,
it's amazing that you realize, this person you've known for 30 years. Oh, this is my friend blah blah, and you're like, oh hi, and then you realize blah blah knew so and so
who slept with.
I'm just saying, and I'm not. But this is for specific generations. So the group that we came up with, or you came up with, when I moved here, and then compared to 20-year-olds, it's going to be different.
Well, yeah, for sure that.
But everyone has it, is my point.
So you do think that one's true?
I do.
That we all know each other.
I think we're all connected.
Through one tiny, oh my God, I almost had it.
What's the line?
I know, it almost came to me.
What's the line?
Lapse in judgment.
Huh?
Through one,
Is that a
it's
stereotype?
It's like tickling the back of my brain right now.
Oh, that bugs.
If you want to say it, one tiny lamentable.
Lamentable. I told you it was a big word.
Nice.
I was like, it was something I remember going, lamentable.
That's an Eileen Shaken word if there ever was one. She's always good with those $1 million
One
words.
tiny lamentable lapse in judgment. Was it lapse in judgment?
Yes. Yeah, you had
I
it.
can see the shit just lives in you.
You had it.
It does.
Yeah.
What was this in
I'm
reference
going
to?
to like
Making
be
a-
on my deathbed and I'm going to say something Alice said. I know it. Huh? Do what? Do what?
Does were you talking about making a bad decision? Oh, we're all connected from lament, like one tiny decision.
Yeah, like maybe a bad decision you made one night, like a one night stand. Like,
And this is the origin of the chart.
it's how we're connected. Yeah.
So good.
I mean, that's just part of the line.
It's
it went
so
on and
good.
on.
Okay, I got another listener question. Okay. This is from Amy in Arizona. What is on your standard playlist? Like, what's your go-to playlist? If you have like a mixtape in your life.
I miss a mixtape. I miss the mixtape that were made with love. When you would get a CD or a cassette from someone who.
There's nothing better.
Now it's like, what do you make, a Spotify playlist?
It's exactly what
Send it to
you
someone
do.
and say, "I thought of you."
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
totally what you do. But like if you, if you were falling in love with someone and you got to put your songs together for that person, like, oh my God, I did that like
It's such a fun
only like
project.
15 years ago. Like I remember making one just like,
Me too.
just like it all meant so much and I couldn't wait to give it to
and
her.
it's tangible, and you hold it, and the person keeps it in
And
the
you
car.
know, like they're going to put it in their
And
player in the car and be
now
like,
you just like
driving thinking
and
about
you
you.
just get an email notification. Leisha made you a mix. Wow,
Kate,
thanks.
no, you're such a grandpa.
What? It's like an e-card. You get it.
It's
you get a
not.
notification
You just
saying, "Oh,
make a-
someone made you a playlist
No,
on
you
Spotify."
don't. It does not work like that.
Well, how does it work, Leisha?
Oh my God, Kate.
Tell me how it works.
I need to bring you into the century
I
sometimes.
use Spotify, but tell me how it works.
You just send it. You just send it to your friend or your person or whatever.
and you get a notification.
You don't get a
Leisha sent-
notification.
Then how are you supposed to know you
can
received
just
it?
text it. Here's my playlist, and then you click it, and it's playing. It's not hard.
There's no love there in that.
There is so much love. There's so much love. I've been making a playlist for our listeners that I find that I've been curating as like super lesbian. And I'm really excited about it.
You're making a super gay playlist.
Yeah, like it's like full of, it's very like it's like stuff I've loved for my, forever, like classic, just songs that just sink inside of me. And then new bands that I've discovered that I'm obsessed with. And I've sort of made this, I don't know, 2.5 hour.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Was I supposed to partake in this?
You didn't have to do anything. I've just been doing it because I've been wanting to do it, but it's very a certain like type of music. Like I'll take you through it's like all Riot Girl, like old and new. And then it's like singer-songwriter, those real lesbian kind of sounding songs. And then, newer,
Like
new
Deanna
and young.
DeFranco's and all that?
That type. I don't have her on there, but that type of.
She's so gay.
You can put her on your playlist.
I didn't know I had to make a playlist.
You don't have to make one. I've just said they're fun to make.
Because I heard something about a summer playlist, and
You can make whatever you want.
you
don't have to should, you should, or have to nothing. Anyway, it's fun. So maybe I'll put it out.
okay, fun.
It might not be for everybody, but it was fun to make.
Yeah, but it's, it's like this is what you're thinking about. Have you discovered anyone recently?
Fuck yeah. There's
Yeah?
so many great bands.
How do you discover music now? Do you have because Spotify now,
The algorithm doesn't,
the algorithm
I'm a
is
little
maddening.
bummed. I don't want to take Spotify down, but they have this thing now that's a little frustrating that it's like they're trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. It's not just like you might like this. It's you'll play something or you'll play your own playlist or a full album or something. You're listening to a certain artist. And then when that album's done, it just keeps playing into what they think you're going to like because of what you just listened to. And then you find yourself going, what happened to my
playlist that I was playing? Because it's now playing.
It derailed and it's now what this computer thinks I like. And I don't like it. And I'm like, I just want my playlist to stop.
Is there a thing in Spotify that can be turned off? There must be.
I don't know, maybe, but it went past you also might like. It's past, it's like they took it a step further. And now it feels like they're dictating almost in a weird way what I want to listen to. And I'm like, I don't want to listen to that. And then you can tell it, but it's a lot of work. And I just want.
Because you make a playlist. And then this is what I've noticed is that if you have a playlist, you start listening to it, and then you won't listen to what you've made from front to back. You'll hear one song, and then it'll start playing, like you said, what Spotify will then.
It'll finish what you have.
That's not what I've experienced, actually.
Well, you're just listening to like a song. If you just listen to like a song or something, it's going to keep
playlist.
going.
No, a playlist. Like you make a playlist.
Well, then that sounds like a weird glitch. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be throwing things in the middle of your thing.
They have.
Oh,
they have.
I don't know.
And then you zone out, and then you realize what happened to the thing I made.
And I also love like if someone tells me about a band or like, I always try out everything. And like even Katie, we share playlists together all the time. We're discovering people or bands or whatever. It's fun. Or you go see someone or someone opens for a band you go see, or you're just like, I love it. I just fucking love music. And I'm like.
You've always loved music.
I know, but it's fun to like, it just, I don't know. I think it's such a special thing.
Speaking of music, how are the drums going?
The drums are good. I'm going to go, I go every week. They're good.
Do you have rehearsal? Did you already have rehearsal?
I don't have rehearsal. I have class.
Sorry. Do you have class?
I'm not rehearsing for anything.
Do you have class
I'd be
this
sweating
week?
it.
Did you have class this week or do you have?
I have it Saturday. I had to push it. It's going great.
Yeah?
Like I love it so much.
Or you're like naturally advancing. It's like
I'm naturally advancing. Yes. Things are becoming easier. It's really like you hit I think I've talked about this, but there are these like
milestones.
Yeah. And you don't think you're going to reach it. And then something really frustrating happened the other day, like just all these different time signatures, and I've locked into like a bunch of them, and it's great. And then I was like, hey, listen, John, that's his name, my teacher. And I was like, I really, I love country music. It's like I'm a closeted country lover.
There's
love
nothing
country.
closeted
well, I don't
about
know.
your
Some
country
people
loving,
make fun of it.
Country loving life.
I love country. And I think I put like one.
My God.
I didn't bug people because I was like, if I do a country playlist.
You love
because
country.
I need to just keep that separate. I might make another one. But anyway, I was like, I really love it. And I want to learn some, classic country songs. And I never learned songs with him until like the end of the technicality of what I'm learning. Yeah. I have to learn the skill before I can play the song. He doesn't like to teach through, hey, let's just learn the song and play it, and you'll learn how to play it.
See.
He wants me to understand why I'm playing what I'm playing.
And then he'll give you a song that represents that technical skill that you just learned. Once you've gotten it, and then you can
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'll understand what I'm doing.
Right.
Which I get. And it's a great way to learn. So he's like, okay, great. And then he pulls out this new worksheet. And like the time codes are completely different. So it's like, I felt like, like I'm playing drums and I think I'm like really, not really advanced, but like I'm doing a thing. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's like it's starting over.
So is this a country song that you're?
It's a rhythm. It's like a time code. A lot of country songs fall into.
Are you able to choose?
They're very different from like rock and.
Okay, can you choose the music that you want to? I guess not, because you have to learn these technicalities.
I mean, I could if I wanted to learn just songs, but I do want to learn I want to learn drums. Right. Because now I can even hear things when I listen to music. I never listen to drums. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like rhythm is important to me, or the bass and like playing, but not time sig. Now I can like spot things that I'm like, oh, yeah, I know what that is.
Well, good, right on.
It's weird. I don't know, but I'm fucking so amateur.
No, you're not. You've been doing this for over a year.
No, I'm an amateur, but I have to say, like learning something at this age is really exciting.
That's incredible. I'm glad that you're still sticking with it.
Oh,
and it's very easy to fall out.
Yeah, he said if after a year, if a lot of like students fall out.
Right. And you have not. You're way past the year landmark.
Not way past, but I'm past.
Well, you're past the point where you would be dropping out. Yeah. Good for you, Leisha. I'm proud of you. For what it's worth. Why do you care if I'm proud of you?
And then in Texas, I have a whole like music corner that I'm.
Do you have a set of drums out there too?
I bought a set of drums to bring out there.
Really?
Uh-huh. And then I built my piano, and then I have my bass and my guitar. I need an electric guitar because I sold that after.
You don't have an electric guitar?
I used to have lots of them.
Really?
But I just kind of, because I didn't play electric guitar in Aha, so I was like, I don't need one.
You didn't play electric?
No, Cam played.
Oh. Well, there's a bunch at our house. Do you want to come pick one up and give me some room in the shed so I can... Because it's filled with CSS stuff.
Are you giving me one of Anna's guitars?
I shouldn't, because she's going to be editing this and
I'm like,
saying,
yeah,
I'm not
take
giving
it.
that up.
No, it's what, but I
I need
have
to
the
make
whole setup in Texas, so I can like jam now.
You can play piano too? Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
I can play a little.
Am I putting you too much on the spot right now?
No, I'm just telling you, I'm excited. Like, I feel like I'm bringing like music back in a really fun, non-pressury.
Right.
Don't really do anything with it, but just enjoy it.
But it makes you happy.
And it makes
kind
me
of
happy way.
I didn't know you could play piano.
Barely.
I can
But
play.
I want one around if I ever like
Have someone
jam
over
with
and-
people. I want a piano.
I can play the Halloween theme song on the piano.
Well, come
I'll
to Texas
come
with
right
me
down
and-
to Marfa to show you that.
I would love it.
I can play, and I can play. Everyone can play Heart and Soul. I used to be.
What's that?
Dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. Everyone can do
Yeah,
Heart and Soul.
uh-huh.
That got very
didn't know it had a-
popular after the movie Big came out. But the Halloween theme song, I still got it.
Play it in your mouth.
No, I want to do it on the thing.
I know, but what?
I
How's
don't
it go?
want to. I don't want to. It sounds better on a piano.
I just want to know because I know Jaws.
Here, I'm going to pull it up. Oh, am I allowed to pull it up? Am I going to get in trouble?
What is it?
Fuck it. Who cares? Sue me.
Can't you just do like 3 lines?
No, because it's so. No, I don't want to do it. There's no lines. That's the problem.
Oh, do you just hold your fingers down on one note?
This is the modern version. It's.
Are you doing also the?
I can do that. And then
Oh,
you do
cool.
it slow.
I wanna see you do that.
And you do it slow. You know, John Carpenter wrote that theme music.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he wrote the theme music. He was trying to figure it out, and he was dinking around on a piano, and he was like, "Wait, this
That
could
always
work."
happens.
And it's super simple. And he said that's that's what people liked is because it is so simple. Originally, before this is like some remastered
It's an incredible melody.
It's incredible, but the original in the 70s was purely just a piano, and the piano would go up and down in tempo, like because it dun 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 dun. It's really good. Like
Wow.
it's amazing. So I could do that.
Okay.
So I'll shoot down to Marfa whenever
Great.
you're ready, and I'll give
It's
you a
worth
show.
the ticket price.
Absolutely, you don't want to miss it. It'll last about maybe 45 seconds, and you're never going
You
to
know
forget
I love
about
this
it.
shit.
You're never going to forget about it ever. But good for you. I'm glad you have a little.
I'll
music
set
up.
everything up for you so like
Please do.
we could video it for the fans.
Please do, because they don't want to miss it either.
All right. Pants.